Calaveras County has to say about potential solutions to consider in Calaveras County, given that we understand we must take personal responsibility for our own health care and our own wellness, and that we have opinions and beliefs about health care coverage, cost, and benefits. And Mark has a solution to consider.
That movie was so heavy on the problems, and not even an ounce of solutions was really presented except going to other countries. And I love Michael Moore. I'm a progressive Democrat, but I was just saying kind of that whole idea of there's only one place in the country we get free health care is a myth. It's a farce. Because you go to walk into Santa Clara Valley Medical Center and get free health care. That's one of the finest hospitals in the country. And there's 79 healthcare districts in California representing millions of people that offer their mission is to provide health care at no cost. But the person can't pay, they don't certainly send you out the door. So,
Yeah, he is kind of heavy-handed and he is controversial, yet he represents a position that needs to be considered, and it's the best explanation of our system. And today we want to focus on what we as individuals can do as ourselves.
Well, that's my solution. It's healthcare district. The healthcare district, the partial tax.
Okay. Partial tax. Healthcare.
You have a hospital, or you can just provide services. Both.
This is a very interesting point because other districts exist in our county related to things that folks feel maybe are basic rights. And the subtext of what Michael Moore was talking about was, is medical care, is even just preventative care a basic right in our society, like schools, like roads we drive on, like everything else that's provided for us? This is a question that we as individuals have to consider. Lee.
Well, one of the things we have a bite into the history of planning to keep our community focused on implementing the plan, identifying areas where those healthy lifestyles can be encouraged and made available. And I think that's a very, one of the things you saw in each of those other countries were kids or adults at play, activity, recreation. Those are important components.
Yeah, and they're drinking red wine too. Yeah,
I think education, because, I think we are hopeless in our country about healthcare, because looking at the pharmaceuticals and it used to be looking at doctors. They didn't want to take any less for what they did, and et cetera. But when you think about the benefits of having a socialized and universal health coverage, you could get away with, do away with workers' comp. You could do away with the medical portion of auto insurance. You could do away with all kinds of expenses that businesses have to face, and share in that cost of having a civilized society where everybody can have a chance at getting somewhere and not being ruined by a horrible health condition. So I think it's education, because people just look at it hopelessly, the whole schmear, and give up.
You're educating process. Yes, ma'am.
I personally, you were asking the question, what can we do in Calaveras from a personal point of view? I would, and it's related to the education, but to let our government, our supervisors, our county hospitals know that there are alternative care practitioners all over the place who can give you some help in preventing, helping you to decide which prescription you want to do, and help you with preventative care.
kind of incentives to healthcare providers to be here, doctors and et cetera, like job sharing, or I don't know what it might be, but something to get more providers here so that we don't have to go down to the Valley or the Bay Area or whatever to see a specialist or even a basic healthcare provider.
One thing that I didn't see Michael Moore bring up is whether there's suing of doctors. That's a huge expense in our country. And I know that so many doctors protect themselves from, they're so worried about being sued that they don't always give you the best care, actually. They are afraid.
They don't take those extra steps.
Correct. And we don't have, like, you have a visiting nurse line. I know a lot of people who have, I have friends, so I know people who don't have insurance, and they're looking for answers, and they always come and ask me. And I say, well, there used to be an advice nurse line that could be in our county that could really help. But they're afraid to give you advice anymore for fear they'll get sued. These people really need that kind of information, like an advice line or a visiting nurse association who will be willing to provide some actual advice and not say, well, gosh, better make an appointment with your doctor. The standard reply, no, is make an appointment with your doctor. They don't have a doctor.
The first line of care was taken by 80% of all medical programs, the pharmacists.
Solutions to what they let go into what we have now. Seems to me that a generation and a half ago, the doctors weren't worried about being sued, and the doctors were able to take care of things. And I think there was a political change that came about, and it had to be filled by the HMOs. And the HMOs are a second-level solution with their own desires for getting a little extra money.
This is more of a structural system.
say, we don't like it either.
Okay. One last comment from Tammy?
Well, I just have a comment and a question. I work outside of the county, and then I changed jobs and worked in the county for a while. And my health insurance in another, I'm a nurse, and I work at a different hospital, and I work at Mark Twain Hospital. But outside of the county, my health insurance rates were much lower. What was taken out of my check was like $50 a month for my whole family, and then when I went to work at Mark Twain Hospital, it was $350 a month. This is a number of years ago, about 5 or 6 years ago. I was shocked, and I was wondering why, and when I asked around, I found out that what I heard, and I don't know whether this is absolutely true, what I heard, that our county the employers in our county pay more for insurance than a lot of other areas in California, and I don't know whether that's still true, because this was a few years ago.
Yeah, should we? I don't know. So, yeah, that's a very good question.
And at that time, there was a group that had got a committee that had gotten together from the hospital and other